Welcome back, everyone, to episode 9 of my solo adventures on the Popcorn Podcast. For those who are new, I'm Tommy, and this is when I do shorter form episodes, and I review movies that either Ryan didn't want to see, or I don't think will do really well as a full-length episode, but maybe we'll do a little bit better as a shortened episode. You hear me? I do these episodes, excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold right now. If you hear my dogs or anything like that, it's because I do these episodes at my own house. I do not do them at the studio, and I use a different mic. So these episodes don't always sound as great, maybe. But I still love doing these episodes, and they tend to do really well with you guys. So, yeah. And today I'm here to talk about the new horror film, The Strangers, Chapter 1. For those who don't know, it's kind of a soft reboot of the amazing 2000. What year did the other one come out? Let me check. Stranger. 2008. When the first one came out, which Liv Tyler's in, and it's amazing. And I love that movie. It's on my all-time list of movies, which some people might find crazy, but that movie terrified me. I love the direction. I love the stage directions in that film. The damn toilet. Shut up. Thank you. Well, we're not here to talk about the 2008 version. We're here to talk about the 2024 one, which is supposed to set up a trilogy of these movies. So currently, I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen because this one's currently sitting at a 5.1 out of 10 on IMDb, which isn't horrible for a horror movie. But that's sitting at 17% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 43 on Fandango, and a 58 on Google. Not a great start. But I will say, it does have a 43% audience score, which is still not very good. But yeah, what's the critic? So far, the critic consensus is lacking the chilling suspense of the original The Strangers and proving to just be unpleasant. This chapter 1 closes the book on itself. So, not great. But I didn't mind the movie as much as everyone else did. It seems like people really disliked it. I don't think it's horrible. I think people need to kind of calm down on these reviews. Because, yes, the movie's not great. And no, it's not even close to as good as the other one. But I will say, people aren't... There's a big thing in horror movies where the characters are dumb. And yes, they, of course, have to do some of that. But the characters do things, like smart things that I've never seen people do in horror movies. And I was very happy with them doing that. Because there's a scene where she's the one character, I keep wanting to say Madeline Klein, but I know that's not her name. Madeline Pesh. She's running and hiding from them, and she hides in a bush and covers herself with leaves so no one can see her. Which is such a smart thing to do. And yeah, so I really like some of that stuff, and I do like that they actually hide, they try and be quiet, and scenes where they would normally yell in a horror movie, they don't. And I really like their chemistry between Madeline and Foy Gutierrez, who plays Ryan, she plays Maya. But I just think he was good, but I think there was a drastic difference between their acting chops. I think Madeline, we're going to say Madeline. Madeline I thought she was really good, especially for a horror movie. And yeah, so I think this movie has a lot of struggle. I don't think it was scary enough, which is kind of sad. I think the first 30 minutes are better than the rest of the movie. When you see the strangers moving around in the background and all that kind of stuff. That's when I think this movie found its footing a little bit. But again, in a horror movie, the final 10-15 minutes. The final 10-15 minutes can ruin the movie. And it doesn't ruin in this one. It has very similar ending to the original. But then I didn't like a decision that they made. I thought they were going to do maybe each movie's going to be a different leads. Well, that's not going to happen. Madeline is coming back. Spoiler. Yeah, she's going to be coming back in the next one because she does live. Which you don't think she lives, but for some reason she does, and I think it was a very bad idea for them. I think you should have just killed them off like you already had it, and just done each movie has a different uh, husband and wife, boyfriend girlfriend. I think that girlfriend boyfriend, any kind of couple, and I think that would have just been the better choice for this franchise because then they always die. The strangers always win. I like that idea. But yeah, Rennie Harlan directed this film. Of course, it was distributed by Lionsgate. It's based on the original Strangers by Brian Bertino. And the cinematographer was Jose David Montero. I will say the budget was only $8.5 million, and for $8.5 million, it looked pretty good. But especially for a horror movie, because you'll see some horror movies, they really are not good. But what else has this guy directed? Okay, so this guy did direct some other movie, like legitimate movie he directed. Well, Deep Blue, that's something. He did Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone. He did Die Hard 2. Did that movie The Devil's Pass from like a decade ago. I don't remember if that was even good. Was that good? That's a 50. It's not a horrible score. Yeah, nothing great about it. Looks like. Oh, okay. That's kind of it's like a mockumentary. But yeah, I I want to say I did like The Strangers. I think I did like it. I don't think I disliked this movie. It just it just never was scary enough, and it was not able to match up with the original Strangers, which I think is so iconic in just the horror community of the early 2000s. I think that just fits. But that movie stands up today. Like it still makes sense today. It wouldn't happen as much today because of technology and other stuff like that. But they did find a way to make it happen in this one, having to go into the woods and all that. And this one was a lot more rural than the other, because I know the other one is like a small town, but you can see other houses near them. This one, there's no one within 5 miles of them, and I think that decision kind of made it a little less scary. I think it was so scary in the other one because it could have happened to any of us. Not all of us live in a log cabin up in the woods, or ever go up into a log cabin in the woods. But yeah, I think there was just like there's a scene, spoilers. If you don't want to hear me talk more about the spoilers, definitely go check out the movie and then come back to this episode. Because from now on, I'm going to say spoilers. So make sure if you haven't seen the movie, go and watch it, then come back. Or don't watch it, just listen to me talk about it. But yeah, there's a sequence when they're hiding from the strangers. If you've seen, you know what I'm talking about. And they're in the woods, and they kind of get split up. And what's I think it's Ryan. Yep, Ryan has a shotgun now, and he's starting to fend them off a little bit. And he catches the one, and he could have killed her right then and there. I think it's her. They never take off the mask, but he had her dead to rights, and he just doesn't shoot her. And he just sits there after already killing someone. So that was kind of frustrating because you know what they're gonna do to you. You gotta even the playing field, and he doesn't. And then he gets caught, and then the ending happens. Stuff like that is what makes me mad. Like, you should be willing, you got to know what you have to do to survive right then and there, and he just doesn't. And yeah, that was something I didn't like. I didn't love the guy's mask in this one. The one stranger who's a guy who wears like the potato sack over his head. They drew a smile on it, which I know it is, but the other one's kind of very subtle. This one looks kind of derpy in certain shots. Like, it's still scary. Don't get me wrong. If someone showed up in my house like that, I'm gonna freak out. But it just looked a little goofy in certain shots. So I think that was an issue. So I'm definitely not against the sequel of this happening. I'm still all in. Like, I still love this franchise, so I will watch them. But knowing the ending of this one and what the story seems like it's leaning towards, it is starting to take me a little out of it. So I'll watch this next one when it comes out next year. And if that one isn't as good, then I probably won't watch the third one because then I'll have lost my interest. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that the next one will be better. And I hope it is, because I think Madeline Pesh is a very talented actress. Even though most people only know her from Riverdale, she was especially for a horror movie, was very good in this. So yeah, I'm very much in between, because I don't want to say I dislike this movie, and I don't want to say I like this movie. So I'm just going to say it's mediocre. It's like a 50, 52, probably what I'm going to say. 52 is not a bad score, but again, it's not a great score because this wasn't a great movie, and it wasn't a bad movie, so it's right in the middle for me. I think that's the main thing. But someone just came home. Yeah, I think that's like the main thing I just want to talk about was just The Strangers, and that it's okay if you like the original. I definitely say still go check it out, but just don't expect it to be as good as the original one. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys in this episode. Just wanted you guys to hear my quick review of The Strangers. And yeah, make sure to go check out our Patreon page. Make sure to go check out our TikTok, our Instagram, our YouTube, everything in between. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And yeah, I will talk to you later this week talking about Furiosa with Ryan.